Okie dokie, there we go. Okay, hi guys, my name is Michelle Withers. I'm the owner of Creative Success Systems. Welcome, super thrilled to have you hanging out with me today on this super exciting webinar. Thrilled to have you. Sorry. Oh my gosh, somehow I hit mute. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Gosh, you guys are so good. Let me start over. Okay, so hi guys, my name is Michelle Withers, owner of Creative Success Systems. You will see Shannon. She will be responding to your comments and your questions in the both in the chat on the webinar. So a bunch of you are on Zoom. Some of you are over on our Facebook Live. Welcome. Love to know which company you're with and where you're from. So be sure and comment that down below in either the comments or in the chat. Let us know what company you're with. The other thing I love to know is how big your Facebook group is and what the name of your Facebook group is. Also, if you are a first timer, I love to welcome our first timers to our webinar. All right. Awesome. Look at all these amazing people joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we are talking all things follow-up and how we can do fantastic, amazing follow-up with our customers in our Facebook groups. So there's a little bit of background, a few things I want to explain to you, some really awesome things that you're going to be excited about. Now, before I get going, just one more quick thing. I'm going to put the link down here in the comments one more time. If you are on Facebook, you just hit the share button, and or you hit the, you can also, if you're on the phone, there's like a little silhouette with a head and a plus sign. You can invite people directly to watch this video, or if you share it and you comment Shannon in all caps, and you put where you shared it at, like the group or on your profile, if you have like a big team and you share it in there, wherever you'd like to share it, so Shannon knows where you shared it at, your name will go into a drawing for our free sponsoring videos that we have. It's 10 hours of amazing content on how to sponsor. I'm telling you, I see these like rays of hope from people all the time when they see how different our sponsoring approach is. They feel authentic. We recruit more people. We understand why they're there. We're able to retain them better and get them going. We build leaders faster. You're going to love the content in this. So it's a $70 value. We'll be giving that away for free at the end. You do need to still be here. We'll give it away as close to the top of the hour as we can. And then we'll give a little bit of time for Q&A. All right. So whether you are over here hanging with me on the webinar or you are on Facebook Live, be sure and give that a share and get your team members learning this, because I know that you want your team members learning how to follow up effectively. That will make you more money when they have higher sales, right? That's just so be sure and put all caps Shannon and where you shared it. So be sure and put that, Sarah. It just makes it easier if Shannon sees her name for her to put your name in the drawing. We don't want to miss anybody. So that's why we try to do it that way. Okay, so I'm sure we'll get some more people joining this on Facebook Live, and this is going to be super fun. All right, so there's a couple things I want to explain to you with regards to follow-up and why this is so exciting. This is just, you are going to feel so hopeful with this content. Okay, so let me ask you if any of you have said something along the lines of this. Either I need more hours in the day, or have you ever said, I wish I could clone myself? Like there just isn't enough of just you to go around. Have you ever felt like that? So if you've ever said or felt like, oh my gosh, how do I do more? How on earth do I get everything done? Just post the word cloned, because I want to see how many people relate to the frustration of how do I get everything done. All right. Now, one of the things that's so important to understand is to get a new customer is one of the hardest parts of your business. Not impossible, not anything like that. It's just that takes the most time, the most energy to build up that relationship and get them to buy for the first time. That takes more energy than getting somebody to buy the second, third, fourth, and fifth time. Did you know that? Number one purchase takes the most personal investment, time, energy, money, all that kind of stuff. Okay, the first purchase. So think about this for a second. If the second, third, and fourth purchase is easier, why on earth are we not doing follow-up? Why do you think we're not doing follow-up? Why don't you do follow-up as much as you would like to? Some of you, it might be it takes time. Some of you, I'm just not really sure how to do it. Some of you, I'm not really sure what to say. Okay, if you aren't following up quite the way you want to, why? Comment down below why you're not doing that follow-up. Okay, time, Jessica says time, why else? Okay, why aren't we following up? Now, I want to get you really excited, not sure how, lack of organization, customer tracking, okay, all these things. All right. Now, let me ask you this. If you are 99% confident, if not 100%, when you meet somebody for the first time they purchase, maybe you're at a booth or expo, maybe you're at a home or virtual party, when people purchase for that first time, do they ever buy everything that it looked like they were interested in? Okay, does that ever happen? So if you don't think they buy everything that they ever wanted, comment down below, just put first, okay? The first time they purchase for you, if you agree that no way do they ever buy everything they've ever wanted, comment down below first, okay? Now, the exciting thing is the next time somebody buys, they're 6 times more likely to say yes. It's way, way easier to get them to say yes, okay? And they have a wish list. They have stuff that they haven't already purchased. It's there on their list. They saw it, you showed it to them, all right? But people only have so much disposable income. And plus, the first time they're buying from you, they're trying to figure out, do I trust the product? Do I trust the company? And do I trust this new person I just met? And those are all things that are growing, and you're going to show them how they can trust you, okay? So it's really, really something important to understand, all right? The next thing to understand is when you are showing stuff at a booth or expo, at a party, do you ever show them every single product you carry? No, right? Okay, so if you only show a limited amount of your product line, comment limited, okay? If you don't like sandblast them with everything that you offer, comment limited, okay? So now you have a first-time buyer who didn't purchase everything they were already excited about, and you only showed them a couple things, and you know you have even more products to show them. Are you starting to see the potential? This person has a lot more to buy from you. So how on earth do we make sure they have that opportunity? Right? Yeah, there's so many books. There's an unlimited amount of books. How do we make sure we stay in front of them so they know to come back and buy again and again and again? And we do it over a nice, like, over time. So they're not feeling like, okay, seriously, I can only afford so much in, a certain amount of time. So many cooking tools, so much makeup, so many pieces of jewelry. But we like something new every couple months, maybe every 6 months, right? If you had the same person purchase from you 3 times a year and you had 100 of those, wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, right? That'd be a substantial amount of income. So how do we stay in front of them? How do we get them to constantly buy? All right. And how do we do it with our limited amount of hours? And how do we do it in a way that we're like, how do we keep this organized? Okay. Now, let me ask you this question too. Would you agree with me that, okay, when I started in the direct sales industry, so some of you are too young to even remember this, but when I was in the direct sales industry 15, 16 years ago, when I followed up with people, this thing actually went to my ear. This thing back then we called it a telephone, not a cell phone. And we talked to people and heard their voices. That's how we followed up. Even if I could convince you to do that, am I the only one that screens calls? If I don't recognize that number, do you instantly pick up? So comment the word screen if I'm not the only one who does just a little bit of screening of phone calls. I'm not really sure who that is. It's not a huge urgency. Like, you should know to text me or your number should be in my phone, okay? So even if I could convince you to make phone calls, I know that that's not even the best way to do it anymore, which is kind of a bummer because I like hearing people's voices and I think it's a great personal touch, but it's just not what we can do anymore, okay? It just doesn't work that way. But where are people? Where are people spending a ton of time in almost their daily? Facebook, social media. There we go, Summer. You're right on it, girl. You're like white on rice, sweetie. Yes, and their smartphones, right? They are on social media. They're on Facebook. That's where they're hanging out. That's where they're talking to their friends, connecting with their people, okay? So what we want to do is we want to have a Facebook group where we can stay right in front of people, where we can build a relationship, where we can introduce product they've never seen, where we can remind them of product they wanted but haven't purchased yet, where we can remind them how to use what they bought. So comment I'm going to tell you where to comment if you relate to this situation. How many of you have ever had people buy something and it's still in the package? So it might be mascara and they never got out of the container, out of the box to even use it. It might be some awesome seasoning. They never even opened the safety seal and never tried putting it in any of their food. It might be they bought some really awesome cleaning product, but they kind of forgot how to use it. So they set it aside because they wanted to remind themselves how to use it correctly. Okay. If you've had someone buy and not use, comment box, meaning they've left it in the box and it actually has not come out and seen the light of day and been used. Comment the word box if you relate to somebody purchased something and it's not being used, okay? So the other thing your Facebook group can do is remind people, hey, this is how you'd use that, okay? Now imagine this idea. What if your Facebook group was full of awesome tutorials, okay? Could be cleaning tutorials, could be great tutorials on how to help your children love learning and reading, could be great tutorials on how to accessorize, could be great tutorials on how to apply makeup. And what if you knew and you took the time, now this is assuming that when you met them, you helped them get into your Facebook group to start with, okay? That's one of the things we want to make sure we do. But they're in that Facebook group, they've received their order, and you tag them in a comment under video. It says, hey, Susie girl, I know you just got your product. I want to make sure that you knew how to use it. So I tagged you in this video, so it'll be here for you to watch whenever you're ready. Okay, can you imagine that kind of service? Being able to reach out and just remind them to use the product they had so it comes out of the box. Because if you have a consumable product, if you got makeup, if you got food, and books get read, they're not eaten, they don't disappear, but still we need another book to read. If you have a consumable product, you want them to open it, right? You want them to use it. They're not going to buy more if they didn't use what they already had. So we need them to get it out. We need them to use it. So the first thing you can use your Facebook group for is simply a way to help people learn how to use those products, okay? Now, I have a way to add people in the group that I call opt-out message if you're friends with them. Now, if you haven't become friends, maybe you've only accepted that messenger request. You know how you ask someone to accept a request to just get messages, but you're not necessarily friends. If you can at least message them and send them the link to the Facebook group and go, hey ladies, this group is where we're gonna have some great tutorials to help you know how to use that stoneware, to help you know how to use those oils effectively, how to make the most of your diffuser, how to, whatever it is, you have great tips on ways to, you know, use your product, and great food choices to make with the product you're getting to try to be more healthy. Like, you want to let them know this is a place with a wealth of information, okay? I don't want your groups to ever be the place to get discounts, okay? I don't want you to advertise it like that. I don't want you to be tempted to say those kind of things. You should not ever give discounts. Your product is worth the full price, and you need that whole commission, okay? I want what you give them for free is this wisdom in your heart and your brain that you've taken a lot of time to learn, your support, your understanding, you being their cheerleader. That's what you give them for free, not product, okay? I want you to help them see how you are going to be their backbone in this journey that they're taking, to cook more for their family, to read more with their kids, to clean in a healthier way. Whatever you're helping them with, I want them to see you as that backbone, okay? So when they've made those first purchases, it's so important to understand that you have got to maintain that relationship and grow it, because that first purchase you helped to make, that was the hardest one. Do you want them to go make purchase 2, 3, and 4 with another consultant, or buy, God forbid, a product that isn't nearly as good from a store or somewhere else that was kind of a copy? No, we want them to buy from you. You did the hardest work, okay? We want to stay connected to them, but they don't pick up the phone, and it's really limited how much they can see you and understand your heart via text or even just a Facebook message. This Facebook group is where they're going to see they can trust you. You have the wisdom. You take good care of them. You are amazing at what you do. You are their expert, okay? Can you feel that? If you got some new ideas there with how to take care of that first-time customer, comment, oh yeah, okay? If you can see that this group can be the place to support and take care of all those people, instead of having to message one-on-one constantly, you can take care of your people by having this central location. It's going to turn into a community. It's going to turn into a support group. It's going to be this awesome place, especially depending on what you sell, okay? Depending on what you sell will have some influence on, you know, what it's structured as, but it's going to be awesome, okay? It's so exciting, all right? Yes, you have the wisdom, okay? Yep, exactly, Tina. I love it. You're with me, girl, okay? Nice job. So let me tell you some other things we're going to do in there. Okay, so let me tell you my quick thing. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to make it really short because there's only so much I can say about it. When you meet people at parties, virtual or in home, when you meet people at booth or expos, even when you meet someone like at, let's say, PTO or the doctor's office, and you get talking about something you have some expertise in and they need it for some reason, let them know your Facebook group is a great place for them to get some added information. Don't say that's where you can learn about my products. No, they're learning about you. They're connecting with other people who have similar challenges. They're getting great tips and ideas to support them. in this, you know, situation that they're dealing with, that they're trying to have success in, okay? Let's say it's someone who's trying to go green, someone who's trying to have alternative health solutions, someone who, whatever they're trying to do, that takes some energy. That it is kind of scary. It's kind of overwhelming. Say, this is where we're going to give you support. I would love to have you join that group. Anytime's not for you, you can leave anytime, but it's awesome. I'd love for you to just go there and get some additional ideas. Make that a refuge for people to help them have great success in whatever it is your product is helping people to accomplish, okay? So do that. Now, hopefully when you meet people, you do everything you can to friend them, okay? I need you to just like bless and release the fact that Facebook is not someplace that's private. It's not a place to like air your event and that. It's a place when you have a business, you need to look professional. Don't share stuff you don't want everybody to know about. You can't put things, people in lists. You can share things with only specific people. But if it's on Facebook, you have no idea how public it can eventually go, okay? So that's my 2 cents. You'll see me talk about my kids. But if one of my kids made a really bad choice, I would not mention it on Facebook, okay? I celebrate, and, you know, I'll even talk about that it's hard being a mom. I'm not perfect. They're not perfect. I'm not saying be all like, act like you don't ever have any problems. I just mean be as positive and don't say anything that you wouldn't want everybody to know on Facebook. That's probably not the right place. Maybe in a closed group, you know, if you have a political interest or a hobby, or you're struggling with your child who has learning disability or something, and there's a really safe place to say what you need to say there, but not on your profile, okay? Your profile needs to be seen as all these people can be my customers. I've got to keep it politically correct, okay? That doesn't mean you don't share anything personal. That's not what I'm saying. But you're careful about the stuff you share personal, okay? Really, really, really important, okay? Y'all with me? So when you're telling me, I'm not sure if I want to add him as my friend because I don't want my profile to be a place I talk about business. Why not? If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're a nurse, if you're a teacher, you would talk about your profession. It's okay. How you talk about it, how you handle it, that's what's important. And I have tips on how to handle all that, okay? So please embrace the idea that we're going to friend those people who are customers or potential customers, okay? Can you do that? Comment embrace or comment friend. We're going to have all these great relationships. Network marketing, direct sales, it's about relationships, okay? So embrace it. The only way you make a relationship is if you become their friend. In our world, we're Facebook friends, okay? So embrace that. Careful what you're posting. Let's make as many friends as possible. So when you're at these places, you're going to add them as a friend. If you didn't get them into your Facebook group, I have this little thing called an opt-out message, okay? And there's 2 parts to it. Now remember how I kept saying we're going to share our wisdom, we're going to share our expertise, we're going to share the tips and tricks that we've worked really hard to learn. So the first part of this opt-out message is, hey girl, I am so excited. In this group, I've been sharing some awesome tips on blank. I've been sharing some amazing ideas that people have had a lot of success with in this. Not the product's awesome. You're awesome. Your ideas are awesome. Your help is awesome, okay? Or even how to maximize the products you're getting with some how-to videos. Make it about the value that you're adding because of you, okay? Nervously embracing. I love it. That's all good, Summer. Nervously embracing. I love the honesty, okay? That's all good. There's no such thing as not having fear in this business. It's doing it despite the fear, Summer. And you're here. You're clearly doing it despite the fear. If you relate to my girl, Summer, that this is not necessarily easy and it's a little nerve-wracking, comment nervous. Give her a little love. We're all doing it despite the fear. So you're totally normal. Bring it on, Summer. We got you, girl, okay? We're going to help you with this. Totally understand that. All right, so first part of the opt-out message, this is what I want to give you. These are the great ideas. I want this to be a really awesome place for you to hang out and get some fantastic ideas. You're kind of like their Pinterest on this one topic, what you are an expert in. All right, got it? Second one is this. You're going to say, I'm going to make it really easy for you and add you to the group unless I hear from you in the next 24 hours. You would prefer not to be added. Okay? Going to make it easy for you, add you to the group. Unless I hear from you in the next 24 hours, you'd prefer not to be added. So that needs to start after the word seen is shown in the Facebook message, not from the minute you send it, just as a little FYI. So 2 parts, here's all the great tips and tricks and values I'm going to add to your life and why it's going to be so fun to be in there. And 2, by the way, I'm going to make it easy for you. And if you would prefer not to, just tell me no thanks and within 24 hours. Okay? So it's super, super easy. We are having phenomenal success with this. You will have about 2% tell you no. Bless and release. Don't worry about it if it's somebody who you thought was supporting you. Maybe they just can't take any more notifications on Facebook. Maybe they were having a bad day. Don't worry about it. The 98 say, yes, baby, got a lot more people in my group. Okay? So that's my opt-in message, or excuse me, opt-out message when you have a Facebook group and when you want to add people, they have to be your current friends. Okay? It's an awesome way to do it instead of just sending them the link and expecting them to join yourself. All right? So can y'all feel that? So if you're going to try the opt-out message, yeah, you're going to try the opt-out message, comment opt-out if you related to that and if you're excited about that, okay? Opt-out, comment that below if you're like, yeah, baby, that's going to work. Okay, all right, so we're about halfway through. Just one more quick reminder, if you are just joining us, I am going to put the link here for you to share. If you take this link and go share it on Facebook and comment Shannon in all caps with where you shared it. If you've already commented, please don't comment again. Don't confuse Shannon that there's 2 of you, okay? So just a quick reminder, if you thought of another group to share that in who needs this information, go tell them to come hang out with us. If you're on Facebook, all you need to do is hit share and post it in one of your groups and comment down below Shannon in all caps and let her know that you have shared it and your name will go into a drawing for our sponsoring videos. It's 10 hours of amazing content. People get really hopeful with these videos. You will love them. The recruiting possibilities with the content we share is awesome. Okay, so Shannon's going to take really, really good care of you there. All right, so we will announce that at the top of the hour. Now, let's talk a little bit more about what to post in your Facebook groups, okay? You ready for that? This is so important. So remember, I've been telling you, let's post tips and tricks. Let's post lots of great ideas. But there's a systematic way to do this that makes it a lot more effective. Now, how many of you? Okay, so if any of you know, I'm the question queen. Some of you that are first timers may not know that, but I'm known for my questions. One of my favorite questions is on a scale of 1 to 10. So I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but comment down below for me, scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, tell me, how much would you love it if some of your Facebook members started messaging you every week and saying, hey girl, I need to order some of that you were talking about this week? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you love it if your customers messaged you, hey Chica, oh my gosh, that thing is so awesome, I gotta have a couple of those, right? Is that not like the ultimate, that's what you're all hoping for when you post and kind of sometimes move into the spam of Facebook, right? Or we just like, oh, come on, I talked about this enough. Somebody's going to want it. Somebody's going to message me. Somebody's going to want to say, hook me up with those, okay? And yet, does it happen very often? Not enough to stay in business, does it? Okay? So I'm going to tell you how to get some of those going on. All right, you ready? This is going to be fun. Okay, so let me tell you what we need to do. What we need to create are two things, okay? This is some marketing 101 advice that you need to understand. Number one, how many of you have noticed when you're watching your daytime television show, like your Ellens and then your early evening news and those kind of shows, and you've got the pizza commercial hitting over and over again? Hey, have you ordered pizza? Hey, this pizza looks really good. You're not going to have to cook. We're going to deliver for you. And you'll see 3 to 4 commercials all at once. Y'all seen that, right? Okay. So it's really, really important to understand that there's this drip, 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 drip. It takes people 5 to 7 times to see something before they take action. Y'all with me on that? Okay. 5 to 7 times before they take action. They've got to see it over and over again. All right? Okay. So if you relate to the drip, drip, drip method, comment drip. All right? Number 2 is people see more value in things when there's multiple uses. So let me give you a little example. If you have a little black dress you bought for a Christmas party, okay? So let's say you have a little black dress you bought for a Christmas party. You wore it to the Christmas party, then you wore it on a cruise, then you wore it to your sister's wedding, then you wore it to a funeral, okay? Maybe it's not a really sexy one, it's one appropriate to maybe someplace else. But let's say you wear that dress 4 times, okay? You with me? It's $100 dress, wore it 4 times. Every time you wore it, it cost you $25. Because 100 divided by 4 is $25. You with me? Okay. So that dress value is $25 per wear. If you've got a pair of jeans that you find and they fit awesome, you're comfortable in them, you feel pretty sexy in them, they go with lots of things, you can dress them up, dress them down, you've got a great leg in them, you got, you're looking, you're like, dang girl, my butt's looking great in these, okay? You've got that pair of jeans you love that you really actually like and you wear, okay? And you wear them, let's say, almost every week of the year. So you wear them about 50 times, just because it makes my math easier, and you spent $100 on those jeans. I know some of you are like, you don't spend $100 on jeans, and some of you are like, yeah, you do. But you spend $100 on those jeans, and you wear them 50 times, that's only $2 per wear. Now, which item really was more worth the $100? The dress or the jeans, right? Okay, because you got so much more use out of it. So when you show someone how to dress them up, how to wear, a cute jacket with it, and then how to wear like a frilly blouse with it, how to wear them with pearls, how to wear them with some edgier jewelry, how to wear them with boots, but then how to wear them with ballet flats, right? Okay. Those jeans just become a heck of a lot more valuable. You with me? Okay. So we want to take those 2 marketing rules into our 5-day series. Okay. I know jeans and pearls, right? You should see my daughter, my 15-year-old, always got pearls on. She's so cute. All right. Now, in our 5-day series, we want to respect and use these 2 marketing 101 rules to make the most out of the energy and time you're going to spend on planning on things to post in your group. Okay, you're with me? So we want to take either one problem that has 5 different types of solutions, or one product that has 5 different things it can do or you can use it for. Those are 2 different types of 5-day series. One more time. One problem, 5 different ideas on how to solve it, or one product, 5 different uses. Okay, so let me give you a couple examples. Now, a week has 7 days. My theory is life happens, and as much as I'd love to tell you post consistently 7 days a week, I know sometimes that's hard to do and it's not going to happen. I love SendShare. You can schedule out 7 days. You can never miss a day. You can be super scheduled. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, right? Does life happen to you besides me? Okay. So I want you to be able to post at least 5 times a week. That's why I call it a 5-day series. If you are a super overachiever and you want to go 7 days, all the more power to you. Okay. We are going to post a couple different things a day. One, I just say evokes feeling. It's funny, emotional, something cute like that. The other one, we call an engagement question. One of the things, if you've never been on a webinar with me before, you probably haven't heard this. If you've been with me before, you know I really believe in asking questions to get more chatter going on, whether it's on your profile, in your parties, or in your group, okay? That will cover in another series, but we want to ask questions on a scale of 1 to 10, multiple choice, days of the week, okay? Things that get people talking, increase engagement in your group, shows you care about them as people and not just if they're buying stuff. Just keeps the connection, keeps the community going when you're asking questions, okay? This is the third post, our 5-day series. Our 5-day series is the thing that we're going to post over and over again. You're going to post a tip with a question that gets people to comment on that tip. Okay? That's how this is going to work. So let me give you some examples. You ready for this? Okay? All right. It's really, really, really important to understand that you can post awesome, awesome content. But if you don't ask people to tell you what their thoughts on it, to tell you something about them, they might hit like, but the possibility, the likelihood of them commenting on it isn't very high. And then you don't have any way to follow up and kind of connect with them and see if they were wanting something that you showed. We've got to say, hey, tell me what you're thinking. And there's a way to do that. Okay. All right. So let me give you a couple ideas. When I say one product, several ideas, let me give you an example. With Clever Container, they have this cool hanger. It's called a belt hanger. And it you know, has the hook, has this bar that goes like this. And then off each side, there's like these hooks. Hook, hook. Okay, you got the bar, has these hooks, and hooks goes both ways. They go out, they go this side and this side. You've got all these hooks. And they call the belt hanger. You hook your belt, what is that called? Buckle on it, and you can hang as many belts as you want. But the cool thing is, that is not all that's good for, okay? It is fabulous for hanging your camis, your camisoles, your tank tops, any of those kind of shirts. You know how like they get shoved in the drawer or they fall off a regular hanger. Awesome to hang a whole bunch of those on just one of these belt hangers, okay? It's awesome to hang if you have like padded bras or you have bras you want to stay, you know, nicely shaped and not shoved in a drawer. Awesome to hang those on. Awesome to hang swimsuits on. Awesome to hang certain types of scarves. Now, not necessarily the really bulky ones, but your more skinny, like pretty feminine ones. Awesome to hang scarves on. Even they do have a tie hanger, but I like it even for my son's ties. I have a son who collects ties. He's got probably close to 100 now. Anyway, we love it for that because it's easy to get them on and off. It doesn't take much energy. Like you don't have to like line it up really well like some tie hangers. There's a ton of really super cool things you can do with that. Now imagine if you saw all those ideas every day. You saw a new idea and a new idea, and they give you some extra tips like, by the way, when you're organizing your clothes, you can either do it by style or by color. This is the benefit from doing it with color. This is the benefit from doing it by style, okay? Then the next day, they talk about scarves. And they talk about, here's some ways to remember to wash them and how to keep them clean. And here's a great bag to wash them in, your more delicate scarves. And they give you a tip with that. Then they talk about the next thing, okay? And they're giving tips with that. Now, this is one a day, And when we post, whether it's an image or a video and you demo it, we want to add a question to it, okay? So you might ask something along the lines of, when you wear camisoles and you wear camis or tank tops, do you wear mostly neutral colors or do you have the whole rainbow? A, neutrals, B, the rainbow. Which do you have more of, okay? And we just get them talking about the fact they have camis, right? Then the next day we have scarves. Now there's a couple different ways to ask this question. So you're demoing the scarves, you just have a picture how cool it is that they hang on there. And we want to ask, you can ask, how many scarves do you own? But the key here is that they're wearing scarves. So if we ask, how many days a week do you wear scarves? Because that's the whole thing, they're taking them on and off. Is it easy for them to put them away? Is it easy for them to get off and wear? How many days a week do you wear scarves? Every time you post a how-to, here's a great idea, you want to add a great engagement question. Well, we call these qualifying questions because it helps me know you have a lot of scarves. Okay, how are you organizing them now? Is this something that looked like it would be helpful and make it easier for you? That's how we change things up. Now, you want to stay with that same product for the whole week. Whether you want to do it 5 days, you want to be an overachiever and go the whole 7 days, either way, we stay in that whole week, that 5-day series. Can you not imagine, like you're seeing all the cool ideas I'm sharing with you, by the end of the week, wouldn't you be like, Susie, I think I need a couple of those? Then people are reaching out and telling you, I need that. I need that product, okay? Are you feeling it? The month you gave us that was a bell hanger was the top selling item. That's awesome, Mindy. That's hysterical, okay? But that's why, because you stayed right in front of them. You showed them how to use it over and over again. So let's think about that. We can do it with eyeshadow. We can do it with jewelry, how to wear it different or how to wear different types of shirts. There's a million of these. Think about this for just a second. If you have 50 products in your line, you have 55-day series, okay? We have 52 weeks in the year, right? But the key is, it is not a product spotlight only. You have to add ideas on how to use it, how-tos, and you have to add the engagement questions. You cannot just product spotlight. You will come off salesy, you'll come off annoying. You have to have this whole package for it to work right. Board games. So let me tell you, if I started answering everybody's question, I'll be here all day. I'm going to tell you where we're going to go over all these separate different companies, okay? So hang in there with me. But the key here is to understand that every single day we are sharing great content, okay? Not just product spotlight. Do you like that when people just like, so you bought this yet? So you bought this yet? So you bought this yet? No, right? Okay, that doesn't feel good. But when you give them awesome ideas, that's what's fun, okay? When you give them fantastic ideas, that is what will keep them, because they're like, I can't leave here. Oh my gosh, Susie has the best ideas on cleaning. Becky has the, best ideas on organizing. Sarah has the best tutorials on makeup. Whatever it is that you have, they don't want to leave because you have the best ideas. They do not stay to be commercialized and just be told to buy your product. They stay because of your wisdom and because of how you take care of them, and they like you. They will like you because you share what you know. Can you feel the difference? Okay? If you can feel the difference, comment value, because that's what you're going to add. You're going to add value to their life, okay? This is where you have that amazing opportunity to follow up with a huge group of people in a short amount of time, and you can spend your time finding new customers because you have this all scheduled every week in SendShare or wherever you want to share, whatever you want to use for your post planning system. And that is just a done deal every week. You're taking care of your current customers so you can go find new customers. Do you see the hope here? Okay, this is so much fun. It takes practice. I'll tell you that right now. But everything you've learned so far in your business took practice. That's no big deal. There's something awesome and exciting about learning new things, okay? Doing these 5-day series, putting all 3 posts, and then when you're doing your 5-day series, all 3 elements to that 5-day series, the question, the great idea, and the spotlight on the product, you are going to rock it, okay? Imagine we have people over and over again that increase engagement in their groups by putting these questions in, and then the next week they start a really solid 5-day series and are getting enough in sales every week in their Facebook group to equal a party, okay? To equal a party in sales. And they reach out and say, hey, I need some of what you've been talking about. I need some of that. Now, if that would rock your world, if you had 4 parties a month of sales totals just from your Facebook group every month, comment 4. If you think having 4 parties just because of the repeat purchases in your group would rock your world, okay? Now, let me ask you this. If you had 4 parties a month just from your sales in your Facebook group, so let's say they're anywhere from $250 to $500 parties, so that would be somewhere between $1,000 to even $2,000 in sales. How much are you making? How much are you making from that, right? Anywhere from $250 to about extreme happiness, Paula. So you're making anywhere from $250 to $500 extra a month, right? So Tina, she's got 50% profits. That's amazing, okay? You could make several hundred extra dollars every month just by having a very effective Facebook group. Okay, now imagine if you got even smarter. So there's a whole bunch of you on here. There's Pampered Chef girls, there's Norwex girls, there's Usborne girls, there's these groups of you, Damsel in Defense, there's these. What if you all took the training and learned how to do this and you started sharing 5-day series so you don't have to do all the work to plan it? Amazing. Imagine if you got a whole group of you and you started using each other's knowledge and you started working together. And let's say one of you is really good at applying stuff on lips and one of you is really good at eyes. Another one's really great with toddlers. Another one's really great with grade schoolers. Another one's really great with cleaning bathrooms. Another one's really great with getting out stains, okay? What if you could see that happening? Comment your company down below and start finding some other people who have your same company, okay? Imagine what can happen here. So let me tell you how this works. We're going to do. So there's a bunch of you went, what about this product? What about this product? How to do this product? And I would be here all day if I answered all your questions. And I love to hang out with you all day. Look at all these. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. And the cool thing is, even if you don't have the exact same company, like you can have multiple makeup people. You can have multiple people sell clothes. You can have multiple people that sell different products, okay? It's okay that they don't sell the exact same thing. There's lots of customers out there. Don't worry about competition. Build each other up, okay? So what we have for you, which is so much fun, like crazy amount of fun, is we have what is called a Facebook group weekend, okay? In this Facebook group weekend, we spend Friday night 4 hours, Saturday 8 hours, and we build out a whole bunch of 5-day series for you in this time, okay? I teach you a whole bunch of ways to get people in your Facebook group because we've got to have somebody to see it, right? Then we talk about how to have these questions. If you don't have the questions, you don't have people commenting, nobody will see the stuff that's in there. We've got to have the questions. I train you, and you know, we have our little virtual crowns. I teach you how to be a question queen so you can get people talking. Okay, it's really, really, really important. Oh, I'm so glad you love the training, Deb. Okay, scrapbooking, awesome. That was my first business, Valerie. I could totally help you with that one. Okay, that was my very first life. All right, so you've got what was I saying? Okay, so we spend this time together. You learn how to ask questions. We learn how to create 5-day series. And usually by the end of the weekend, most people have about 6 months worth of ideas. They connect with other women who sell similar things. Even if they don't sell similar things, a really cool thing is it's great to have a third party. Like if you're selling scrapbook supplies and somebody's selling cleaners, when you put your questions out there about scrapbooking and your cleaner person hears it, they're going to have a different take on it than the scrapbook person who kind of has the same vocabulary. You want to hear what people who don't have your vocabulary, how it makes them feel, and if they're likely to respond. So you get some great feedback from people, okay? Now, we record every minute of it, okay? So it starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday night, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning, okay? And we go for 8 hours. We do take an hour lunch, and we create and build, and I make sure every product type is covered, and we don't move on until to the next subject until I've helped every product type. So we focus on foodies, we focus on cleaning, organizing, we focus on kids stuff, we focus on clothing and fashion and makeup, and we make sure everybody has amazing ideas, okay? It's the most exciting, fun weekend, and you work hard, okay? It's all here on Zoom, so you might be on Facebook Live, but we do it on Zoom, and so you can chat with me, you can ask me questions, I can hear your voice. I look up, like if I'm not super familiar with your product line, which I am most of them, I open up your company website and I look at the products and I help you come up with questions and I help you come up with ideas for 5-day series. And it's so fun, okay? It works really, really, really well. You have a Facebook group for 30 days. You connect in that Facebook group before the event. Then for 30 days, we help you build those out. We help you get through putting in those first 4 weeks. So it becomes a habit. So you can feel yourself making those questions. You can connect with other people who are in the same product lines. It's super, super fun. Now, what did I tell you? You could do a party's worth of sales every week by doing this. You can make anywhere from an extra $200, $250, $500, $1,000 a month. It's only $97. That's it. You're going to make this investment back so fast when you apply this in your Facebook groups, when you're putting people in correctly, when you're giving them solid content, when you are being their guru. You're going to make this back lickety split, okay? Now, we also have a Facebook party weekend, okay? We help you build the most brilliant Facebook parties. Most of the time, we double to triple your sales in that, both the total party and per person. So when you grab both of those weekends, okay, it's $194. We give you what we have. It's called our Create Independence program. We have videos on everything that you can imagine. I'm going to do a screen share and show you. We have it on sales, on mindset, on recruiting, on Facebook Lives, on we have content on all sorts of different things. And then in addition to that, we have a section where you have access to 2,000 questions for you to use in Facebook, and it's super fun and super easy, okay? And we are going to, I'm going to show you what this looks like. We're going to give you 90 days of that for free when you buy both weekends, and it's a $90 value. So you're spending a little less than $200, getting $300 worth of content, And I'm telling you, you are going to make so much more money than you have in a long time. It's going to be such a huge boost to what you are doing right now. We're going to take what you're doing now and help you do it smarter. We're going to help you connect with other amazing women who are doing the same thing. So you don't have to spend quite so much time trying to figure it all out on your own. Okay? Oh, that's no problem, Nancy. Every minute's recorded. You get the recordings. They are yours forever. And there's a Facebook group to support you after to apply the things that you maybe weren't on live to hear all of them. Okay? So if you can't be there 1 hour, 3 hours of it, or any of it, you still will get the recordings. You still will get an enormous amount of value out of it. So this is our, what we call our Create Independence program that you're going to get for 90 days. You want this because we teach you how to message people correctly, how to close a higher amount of sales while at the same time feeling very authentic and people literally thanking you after. Have you ever had that time where you spend a lot of time helping people pick out the perfect makeup colors or the perfect cleaning supplies, or help them organize that area of their home that was driving them crazy? And they're like, thank you so much. And you're like, holy cow, you spent like $150, $200. We get you in a situation where you have that happen all the time. Thank you so much for helping me. People don't mind spending the money when they know it's exactly what they need, okay? And you're going to be able to show them that. So this is, in here, we have lots of videos on all different topics. And then the other cool thing is we have 7 different blueprints for you to pull from that'll help you know how and when to post on your profile, in your Facebook parties, in your Facebook groups, drawing slips. There's all sorts of blueprints here. And then there's 2,000 questions, anything from seasonal ones, just about, you know, weather and holidays. And then there's all these subcategories you'll see here. There's cooking, there's makeup, there's all these sections. And you open this up. So here's a wellness and oil section, general questions about health. And there's a whole bunch of questions there. And you go over here, baking and desserts, and there's a whole bunch of questions here. And you get to use all these. You get to use them as much as you want, because this isn't an image. You can copy and use these, and it's totally Facebook gel friendly. Like, it's not going to get you thrown there at all, okay? It's super, super, super awesome. All right? So that's what you're going to get. Now, let me tell you about a couple other specials we have. Let me find the right places. Okay, so you can either buy both weekends and get 3 months of that, access to that for free. Okay, that's one special we have. The another special we have, where'd it go? Oh, what happened here? Okay, it's right here. All right. Another special we have is you can get the Facebook group weekend. So maybe some of you have already taken the party weekend, okay? We have a class called Social Media 101. We're going to teach you what to post on your profile. We're going to teach you what to put on a business page, which we is something new we're going to start talking more about. So let me show you. So the link that Shannon gave you will take you to this page where you can find all our specials that we're having this week, and they're good for the next 48 hours, okay? Here you can get the Facebook group special, and oh, it's on the 17th and 18th of March. Then you can get our Social Media 101. It's going to be on Thursday nights, but it's all recorded, and there is a Facebook group. We're going to teach you what to put on your profile, on your Facebook page, and we're going to teach you how to message correctly. No cold messaging, how to follow up with customers when we do need to message them, how to follow up with that person who said she'd have a party but hasn't booked it yet. We're going to teach you what you have to do, because you can't see their facial expressions, hear their voice, see their body language. We're going to teach you how to get people to tell you what they're thinking, so you're not like, why aren't they responding? What's going on? What do they really want? We teach you how to do that in a way where they feel awesome, they keep talking, you feel awesome. If you don't close the deal, you know why, because you had a really authentic conversation, but you do close a lot more deals, okay? You're gonna get 1 month free of Create Independence and access to all those videos and questions. Then the other thing you're gonna get is what's called our Question Queen session. You get to come and work with me for 3 hours. And there's no lecture like right now, there's no teaching. You are messaging people and you go, oh my gosh, okay, they said this now. What do I say, Michelle? Or you can work on your questions for your Facebook group. I am there to hold your hand for 3 hours to create content for your Facebook and to message people, close deals, and book parties. I've had people on there who's like, I just got my first recruit. All because I kind of slow you down and help you learn what to ask to build a relationship and have an amazing experience. I'm telling you, it is one of our most fun things we do. And there's a variety of times you can pick from on that. So there's not just one session. You get to take it, they're usually on Monday nights, and you get to take that at the time that is convenient for you. So that's $147, and you get $55 in free product when you do that. Now, if you just want to start with the Facebook group weekend camp, okay, if you're like, I just want to do the camp and get my feet wet, you do get 1 month free of Create Independence. We want you to have access to the other videos and to the questions, but this is only good for until midnight Friday night at a specific time, okay? So you have 2 days to snag this. So hopefully, like, you're like, oh, I'm waiting for payday or something like that, you'll be able to snag these specials, okay? And let me show you. We also, the calendar, where's the calendar? The calendar will be up on our website really soon. I can't find it right now. Maybe this is it. And it will show you when our question tree nights are. It'll show you where our other free classes are. And then the Facebook party weekend is March 31st and April 1st. Oh, it's not going to show me that right now. Okay. All right. So let me stop sharing here. Shannon. So I do need to know if we have any questions. Oh, what am I doing here? There it is. All right. So we do need to do the drawing. So if any of you need to get back, like if you hopped on your lunch hour, and also, let's see, your weekends are busy. I totally hear you, Nancy. We've got you totally covered on that, okay? All right, and let's see if there's any questions on our Facebook Live over here. Okay, so my friend Shannon, do you have our person, do you have the who our winner is? And if you have any questions about Facebook groups, let me know, okay? Yes, the 101, it's on Thursday nights. It's the last Thursday of March, and then it's 2 Thursdays in April, but I skipped the first one because I'm on spring break with my kids, okay? So drum roll. Do you have that, Shannon? Awesome. 31 gifts, Laura. Oh, yay, Laura. Awesome. So Laura, you got our sponsoring videos. Okay, so congratulations. I'm thrilled for you. Yay, she's on here. Woo! Okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. Am I going to make it in French? The training? Not yet. Congratulations, congratulations. Okay. So Sherry, we didn't go over very thoroughly, like one problem, 5 different ways to solve it. That is something we've had some people on there that sold hair products, and we had a really good time helping them with their 5-day series. So we can totally help you with that. Like the topic of brittle hair, you can do lots of different things. My mom's a beautician, so I love to talk all things hair. So I have some really fun ideas for you to keep it interesting, because like, how much can you talk about hair? There's actually more than you think. But I also love to do my hair different and You'll see me tonight. I'm going to get my hair colored here in a couple hours. So it's super fun. Come join us. I will totally help you with that. Okay. All righty. So I had a question from Anonymous about Facebook parties. So that's in another training that we do. That's a great question when they say they're going, but they didn't, that has to do with having your hostess do some, private messaging and those kind of things. Okay. Is this being recorded? Yes, but you can also go right to that link, that Facebook Live link, and it will be there for you immediately. Okay, as soon as we close this down, you'll be able to access that. So be sure and go to our Facebook page and like our page. Let me give you that link. And then we also have a Facebook group. We have awesome free questions that we share in there. We do Facebook Lives and trainings. Okay. Sloan, how can I connect with other Clever Container consultants on here so we can do 5-day series? So the cool thing is, Sloan, when you sign up for the weekend camp, there is a Facebook group, and you're going to be able to meet all the awesome people in there that are from Clever Container. Okay. So I can't give out names of people because that's, they're my clients, but when you are my client, I can help you connect with them more. So you're going to love it. It's awesome. There's some really fabulous gals that are doing some awesome things with that. I'm also going to be training for Clever Container and helping you with 5-day series. Okay. Stacy said me. All right. Look, you've got a couple on there. Awesome. You're going to find some gals. All right. Shannon, do you have the links to the Facebook page and the Facebook group so they can be sure and join those? So if you're on Facebook Live, be sure and go back to the event. There's some stuff there for you to connect with. Oh, here, I've got the group if you've got the page. Let's see here. Come on, copy button. And it's also awesome. So I'm Michelle Hess Withers. Go and follow me. And that also gives you access, like I'll do Facebook Live on my profile. I don't know. I just kind of try to spread things out so people see different things. All right. Perfect. Oh, we both got them. We're all over it. Okay. All right. Do we have other questions, Shannon? Anything else I need to cover? Why is the Question Queen not available for $194? You can buy it separate, Tony. It's because we give 3 months of the Create Independence. It's just the bonus that we're giving there is a $90 value. But you can buy them. You can buy as many Question Queen sessions as you'd like for only $25, Tony. So Shannon, is there any way you can grab that link and let Tony know how to grab that? So you can totally buy that separate. You can attend as many of those as you would like. So no, there's not a promo code. You just go to the website and you buy them in those package deals. Okay. All right. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Shannon, what else? Yes, you can buy the Thursday night question. Oh, the Thursday night, I assume you mean the Social Media 101. Yes, you can buy the Social Media 101, Joyce. It's $47. You can totally buy that on its own. I would highly, highly recommend, though, that you're also a Create Independence program member, because you want to have access to all the content I have, so you can go and kind of mix it up with what I teach during the social media, because you'll be like, well, what about recruiting? Well, we're not covering that here, but I can tell you where to go get that and implement it. It depends on what you're working on. Everybody kind of has different goals. So I really highly recommend that you have those 2 things. So you want the Question Queen info. Okay, Gwen, let's see. I can find that for you. Go up here, dun, products. Oh, I'm so glad, Jessica, you think Create Independence is highly valuable. Thank you for that testimonial. I really appreciate that, Jessica. We try to make our stuff. So right now it says question creation. It should say question queen. We need to change the name of it. And the dates there are not updated. So let me tell you, I'm going to put this over here, both in these two places. Oh, Shannon got it. I know the next I think the next 3 Mondays, we have Question Queen sessions, and you get an email and it says, hey, do you want to sign up for one of these? And you pick the date you want. And so there's 2 or 3 a month that you can join, but for every $25 purchase you make, you get 1 night. So you can buy as many of those as you'd like. Okay. Did you post that also on the Facebook Live, Ms. Shannon? I'm sure you did. I just am not looking at it. Alrighty. What other questions do y'all have? Trying to bounce back and forth here between the Facebook Live and the... You are welcome, Gwen. You're so awesome. Look at all our fun friends. This is fantastic. So fun to have you. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Nancy. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us. Now, we have another one of these tonight. Oh, Shannon, what's our next training? Oh, so if you have a product in your line that is for auto ship, okay, that they get it over and over again, it automatically comes if they've signed up for a program. My hair's doing something funky. Okay. What training's tomorrow? There's not a training tomorrow, Dana. I don't think so, unless I'm forgetting about something. I'm going to be in San Diego tomorrow, so I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow. But next week we're doing stuff on auto ship. Now, even if that's just getting repeat purchases, it's going to be a lot about Facebook groups. But the whole idea of auto shipping is how to get them and how to keep them as clients. So thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. So next week's training is on that. Do you have that event you can share, Shannon? I can find it. Oh, you're on it. You're like, so good, Shannon. Okay. We have a couple hands up. Let me see. Oh, did I just put them down on accident? Oh, here we go. How do I see these? Who has questions? Trying to figure out the technology here. Oh, here we go. So I see it says creative, and then I see Marna. So I'm going to promote you to panelist so I can hear your voice. Here we go. So I don't know who creative is. And there's Marna. So go ahead and open up your microphones if you had a question and tell us what you're thinking. How can we help you, ladies? Mary says, you've completely changed my Facebook parties, my VIP group, and messaging with customers. I've only been implementing your advice for about 2 weeks, and I've had 3 organic leads this week, meaning random people that reached out to me. I have had phenomenal parties and amazing responses and people talking about how much fun they're having. Just wanted to say thank you and can't wait to try Weekend Camp. Mary, congratulations! I am super excited for you. Mary, what's your last name and what company are you with? Congratulations. I'm so happy to hear that. Do you mind us sharing your testimonial on our Facebook, in our Facebook group? Oh, Gifford with Usborne Books. Awesome. Yes, this is being recorded, Kathy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for grabbing that. Aw, thanks, Mary. Okay, is the Facebook group party the same as a 5-day series? No. Those are not the same. They're two totally different business. There's some things that you're going to do the same, like asking questions and stuff, but no, they're not the same. They're two different things. The Facebook parties, I joke, is like meeting people on the first date, or what do I call it? A blind date, and then you're courting and your real dating's in your Facebook group. So they're two different skill sets that you're going to want to have both. Okay, does that make sense, Dana? Hey, girl, how's it going? I still need to look some clothes for Lexi, don't I? Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. Pure Team did almost a virtual day last month. Boost volume, new customers and consultants love. Yeah, ZenShare is awesome, isn't it, Kathy? Totally agree. ZenShare is awesome. Okay, awesome. Myrna doesn't have a microphone. Creative, do you have your microphone open? Do you want to ask your question? Here, I'll open it. Hi, lady. Maybe you don't have a microphone either. All right, any other questions? Okay, let me check Facebook here. All right. Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna stop. No, Nancy, it's only $10 a month. You can do a free month. Here, CR8 cinch. That should get you 37 days for free to give it a try. All righty. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. And I'm going to stop on Facebook. Is there anything else on Facebook that I need to answer, Shannon, that you've seen, darling?